You're listening to the Father-Son Pick'em Pod.
With your hosts, Seth Taylor and Zayn Taylor.
Let's do this.
Oh my gosh, did you see that?
Oh, what a play! I'm going to do the intro this time.
But I'm better at it.
You're better at the intro than me?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that?
Cause I've been doing it longer than you.
Well, guess what?
What?
This was the intro. Welcome to the Father-Son Pick'em Pod. Gotcha. Are you speechless?
Dad, let's see how long I can hold my breath.
No, absolutely not. We're not going to do that. We're going to hop right into the podcast. Zayn's holding his breath and counting on his fingers how long, even though I told him not to. Disobedient child. Well, anyways, I'll just do the podcast by myself then. Hey, everybody. Hope you had a great week. Hope you enjoyed some incredible football last weekend.
Citizens.
Hope you enjoyed some great football last weekend, football citizens. How's it going, Zayn?
Speechless.
Well, this is a podcast, so you're going to have to get not speechless.
Great.
You doing great? What was the best part of your week?
Nothing was going on.
What?
Nothing was happening.
You had a great week. You had a baseball team party where you got a trophy and you played kickball against the moms on the team.
We got destroyed.
Yep. What else happened? You finally got a what's it called? Glowberry?
Glowberry Prime.
You finally got a Glowberry Prime.
There's already one called a Moonberry. Remember that white one?
Yeah, that's why I was getting confused. So Glowberry is different.
Mm-hmm. Well, we kind of got disappointed because the bottle wasn't glow in the dark, even though it was neon green.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be glow in the dark, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so you got your Glowberry Prime finally, and you got a trophy this week. What else happened?
That's it.
The Phillies lost.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So the Arizona Diamondbacks are playing the Rangers.
That's correct.
Who am I going for?
We'll talk about that. Anything else happen this week? I don't know. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ugh. People do not like sounds like that in their ears.
ASMR.
Oh my. What? How do you even know what ASMR is?
My friend told me.
Oh my goodness. Who told you?
Jax.
What did he say about ASMR?
ASMR videos are the worst.
Why? Because they're just weird, creepy people whispering?
Yes.
That's a fair assumption, I guess.
Judah's talking.
Yeah, Judah's probably coming upstairs to go to bed. Why don't you tell everybody where we are?
In my bedroom.
Yep, we're doing this week's podcast from Zayn's bedroom because normally we do...
Earthquake.
No, that was just Mommy shutting the door because she had to drop something off right now. Normally we do the podcast from my office, but my office is right next to...
Maisie's room, and she's sleeping.
Correct, and we are not trying to wake her up.
Yeah, because she'll go ballistic, and there's no turning back.
Yeah, she is actually a fantastic sleeper, but if she wakes up at all, me and Mom have to deal with it.
And she'll be loud on the podcast.
Well, we'd have to stop the podcast if she started screaming. But anyways, we are in Zayn's room, so a new location for us. Kind of fun to have it in a new little spot.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes, sirree.
Let's get into it. Last week, we had another really close week. For those who are keeping track. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this says we tied. So I guess we tied last week, Zayn.
Yay.
We both picked Ohio State, correct? You picked West Virginia. I picked Oklahoma State. I was correct. We both picked Auburn. Incorrect. We both picked USC. Incorrect. You picked Miami. I picked Clemson. Miami won, so you were correct. We both picked Oregon. That was right. We both picked Florida State. That was right. We both picked Tennessee. That was wrong. We both picked Toledo. That was correct. And we both picked Iowa, and that was incorrect.
So we tied.
Yeah, 5-5. So, for those who are keeping track, that brings the season total to... Wait, did I... Yeah, I added it in. Zayn is at 56, and I am at 55. So, keeping it close. Keeping it close.
Yeah, but you still never got in front of me.
I have not ever been in the lead. We'll see if that changes this week.
Never.
So this is episode 10. Can you
Holy
believe that?
Toledo.
Can you believe we've done 10 episodes? Or we're doing 10 episodes? We're doing
Yeah, holy Toledo, Ohio State.
Whoa, that was...
Holy Toledo, Ohio.
Okay.
Down in Ohio.
What? What'd you say?
Down in Ohio.
What does that mean?
It's a song.
From where?
I don't know. It's just very popular and people sing it.
You gotta tell the podcast about our new favorite song. Comes from this. Uh-oh, I'm trying to mute it. It comes from our friend Alexa. Remember what our new favorite song is?
Yes.
Are you gonna sing it?
No.
Okay, so we found out this new trick. If you say, Alexa, I love you, what does it do?
Thanks for saying I love you. No.
Sing it. Come on.
You sing the rest.
I honestly don't remember it. I wonder if I do it on the Alexa, will they be able to hear it? Let's see if I can get it to play. I'm going to turn it down, though, because it's kind of loud. Alexa, I love you.
Thanks for saying I love you. You're just as sweet as pie. Know that I'll be here for you.
That's just a waste of time, Dad. That was just a waste of time.
So that's our new song, huh?
And a waste of time.
I wouldn't call it a waste of time. What I would say is that my microphone is...
I wrote an autobiography.
You did.
It's in that bag, and I sent it to multiple places. I wrote to China, to Costa Rica, to UK.
Is that right?
Yep.
Interesting. Well... Anyways, that's our new favorite song.
It's not my favorite.
I know, it's not our favorite. I'm just saying. Okay. Well, you got anything else to say, or you want to get into this week's picks?
I had a way better substitute.
Zayn had another substitute today. What was their name again?
Miss Gravette.
Miss Gravette?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a great name.
What was so great about Miss Gravette?
She was very nice and gave us candy and stickers and erasers at the end of the day.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that's a good thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. So I think let's just hop into the picks, yeah? This week, we are only doing...
8.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good games. And I even tried to find some not great games, but it's not really worth picking those. So, okay.
Wait, Dad, are we picking the Texas and Arizona Diamondbacks game?
We are. That'll be the last one we do.
So we're doing 9.
No, that's number 8. Okay.
It's number 1.
Let's get into it. Well, do you want to find out?
Yeah.
Okay. First game.
Let's roll.
Number 20, Duke. versus number 18 Louisville.
Duke had a pretty good win
Against who?
against North Carolina State.
Yeah, but North Carolina State's not that good. I don't think. So who are you
Duke and
picking?
who?
Duke is number 20. They're playing number 18 Louisville.
I'm pulling for Duke.
Hey, hold on just a second, okay?
I'm pulling for Dude.
Dude. Okay.
All you have to do is switch out the K to a D.
Yeah, that works, I guess. So you're going for Duke?
Yeah, Dude.
Okay. I was actually
Type into the computer, Dude.
no. I was gonna pick Duke also, but I kind of want to be different than you.
How dare you pick Louisville? They're not even good.
They're ranked higher than Duke is.
No. Duke is number 10.
No, Duke is number 20.
You said number 10.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
We'll listen to it after we finish recording, and I'll show you that I said 20.
My back is hurting really bad.
Well, maybe because you shouldn't be laying like that. Switch the way you're sitting. There you go.
Told me to do this. Come on.
Well, I told you to do that because it was making it to where we wouldn't have feedback for you to be that far away. Okay, anyway. So you're going with Duke, right?
Yeah, I'm going with
I'm gonna
Dude.
go with Louisville. All right, next game. Number 8, Oregon versus number 13, Utah.
Oregon's never won a game.
What? Zane, don't be goofy.
I have no idea how many games they've won.
Hey, just make your pick. Who you picking?
I forgot everything you said.
Oregon is number 8. They are playing number 13, Utah, at Utah.
Oh, this is so hard. All right, I'm going with Utah.
Okay. Wow, interesting. You going with them because they're at home?
Yeah, and it's going to be crazy if they lose at home.
Okay, next game. Number 21, Tennessee
Tennessee.
versus Kentucky.
I'm going with Tennessee.
Okay.
No, wait, this is actually a hard pick.
Tennessee. I mean, Kentucky's kind of fallen off a little bit lately.
They never lost a game,
That's
dude.
not true. They have lost. I think they've lost 2 games.
They haven't lost to Georgia or...
They did lose to Georgia.
No, they didn't.
Let me tell you who they lost to.
They were winning, Dad.
That doesn't mean they won the game. Okay. They lost to Georgia, and they lost to Missouri. They've lost back-to-back games. So who you got, Tennessee or Kentucky?
I don't really know.
You might. Are you saying you might pick against Tennessee when they're playing Kentucky? And you picked them to beat Alabama?
I've been to...
Sounds like your Kentucky or your Tennessee fandom is wavering a little bit. You're not a Vol anymore? You know what they call themselves? They say VFL or V4L. VFL. Yeah, VFL. Vol for life. Are you a VFL?
No.
I know, you're not.
I just like them because their accent.
Zane, people in Alabama have just as,
No, they don't.
probably even worse.
They talk like you.
I don't even have an accent, really.
You have a Virginia accent.
No, I don't.
You're from Virginia.
That doesn't mean I have an accent there. I was born in Virginia, and I lived there for like 6 weeks. I don't have an accent from Virginia.
You would sound like this.
That's not what they sound like there.
You would sound like this.
No, that's not what they sound like.
You would sound like this.
You're just making up different voices now, aren't you?
What do they sound like then?
They just talk like, I guess, like me.
If you lived there, what is your accent? Because Grammy has one, because
She's not from there. Grammy's from Leeds, where Charles Barkley is from.
Charles Barkley.
Shout out to Charles Barkley. He sat in front of Grammy in Spanish class. And he blocked her view. She couldn't see over him.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Because he was so big, she couldn't see. Okay. Anyways, Tennessee. Hey, Tennessee or Kentucky? Make your pick.
Oh my God, I'm so
5,
stuck.
4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, no pick. You
Tennessee.
automatically lose that one.
I'm going for
All right,
Tennessee.
cool. Mississippi State versus Auburn.
I've started to tell people that I was a Mississippi State Bulldog fan.
No, I will not allow that. Not because I don't like Mississippi State, but because you're being a fan of too many teams now. You're not allowed to be a fan of Mississippi State.
Yes, I am.
No.
Yes, I am.
You picking Mississippi State over Auburn?
No.
Okay. You're not a Mississippi State fan. Can you name one player or coach?
No.
Yeah. Auburn? You picking Auburn?
I don't know. I'm stuck on this one.
5, 4.
Auburn.
Yeah, me too. I'll be honest with you. I'm sick of Auburn losing. But I really think we can win this game.
Hey, Dad, where'd Jalen Waddle go to school in college?
Alabama. You know, we went to the Pal tailgate last weekend with all my buddies from college, you know?
Yeah, and those cheeseburgers were great.
Yeah, we had great catering from, I think it's Tiger Catering. Richie, one of my buddies, shout out to Richie. He said he listened to our podcast. He loved it. He said, you're absolutely hilarious on it because we'll be talking about one thing and then you just totally switch it up on us, which is amazing. Which is what you just did. You just muted your microphone and you're talking into the side of it.
All right.
Did you even hear what I said, though?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not a good listener.
You're not sometimes. Actually, a lot of times, but that's okay. You're a kid. Okay, next game. Number 1, Georgia versus Florida. It's a huge rivalry. You know what they call this game?
What?
The world's largest cocktail party.
Who are you picking?
Picking the Bulldogs.
Sick 'em. That means I'm picking Georgia.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think Georgia's going to lose again until possibly
the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to lose in the playoff, but I think they'll win the SEC. They'll win the SEC championship.
Why do you think they're going to lose in the playoffs?
Because I think there's probably a team out there that's better than them that can beat them.
No, none other team is undefeated.
That's not true.
Is Liberty?
Let's look and see. Undefeated college football teams. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
In 2023, Georgia is 7-0. Michigan is 8-0. Ohio State is 7-0. Florida State is 7-0. Washington is 7-0. Oklahoma is 7-0. Air Force is 7-0.
Oh, come on.
James Madison is 7-0.
What's James
And
Madison?
Liberty 7-0.
Oh,
8-0.
jeez. Guessed it.
Yep.
You went to college here.
Yeah, I finished my schooling at Liberty. Go Flames. Okay.
Flame rivalry.
So we're both picking Georgia. Okay. Next game. Number 3, Ohio State versus Wisconsin. Who you got?
Are Wisconsin and Ohio State close to each other?
Yeah.
This is a huge rivalry.
I'd say it's a pretty big rivalry. I mean, it's not like huge. You know, Ohio State's biggest rival is Michigan.
I'm going for Ohio State.
Actually, to be honest with you, Wisconsin and Ohio are not that close. You got to go across Lake
The Atlantic
Michigan.
Ocean?
No, Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan is kind of in between Ohio and Wisconsin. Who are you going with?
Ohio State.
Buckeyes?
Big guys.
Yeah, I'm going for the Buckeyes too.
They're undefeated and Wisconsin's not.
Yeah.
I think Ohio State will beat Georgia.
Speaking of Ohio State and their rivals, did I tell you about Michigan?
No.
So listen to this. Apparently, they had this guy who was like a analyst or something. He was not a coach, but he was kind of like on the football staff. And he went to a bunch of games of other teams that Michigan was going to be playing to try to steal their signs so that he would know what play they were about to run. What do you think about that?
That's rude.
Is it?
Yeah. Can't steal someone's signs.
Why not? You know what I would say?
What?
Maybe make better signs so they can't be stolen. Right?
What are signs?
Like, if I'm doing something like this, and that means like we're throwing this play, we're doing this pass play or something. Like, if they know, like, that's how they're calling the play. If you knew what signal I was doing, you would know exactly what play we're running.
So
then you could tell the defense, hey, this is the play they're running.
So he told them.
Yeah, so he told the players, the Michigan players. And that's why some people are saying that's why Michigan has won so many games the last 2 seasons.
But they're not undefeated.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are.
And they only lost 1 game last year, I think.
They were better than Georgia.
No, Georgia.
They were.
I don't think so.
Last year.
Georgia won the national championship last year. No one was better than them.
Yeah, and remember that 100-yard touchdown they got?
Yeah.
When they faked like they were about to pick up the ball and everyone was running off
Yes.
the field and then they were just free to run.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a nice trick play.
Yeah. Next game, ready?
Yep.
This is actually the last football game. Colorado versus number 23, UCLA.
Oh my.
Not much talk about Colorado lately, is there? They lost 2 games and people kind of stopped hyping them up. So
More than 2.
Nope. I just looked at their record. They're 4-2.
We have cursive letters in our classroom, and I find the U, and I try to find the C and L and the A, so I can spell UCLA, because they have a cool logo.
That's actually really cool that you did that. Yeah, they do have a pretty cool logo.
But I can never find those letters.
Well, don't you know the alphabet in order?
Yeah.
So just go A, B, C, D, and then find the letters that you need.
I can probably spell Auburn.
Okay. So who are you picking, Colorado or UCLA?
Oh, jeez. Well, my heart is picking Colorado, but
Okay.
I'm picking UCLA.
Interesting.
Because UCLA, I love them so much, I try to spell them in my classroom.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to pick Colorado.
Oh.
I've picked against Dion in Colorado a few times this year.
You don't like him.
I don't not like him. I just didn't like
Then why'd you boo him?
I didn't boo him. Here's the way I felt about that whole situation with Colorado. I thought that people were acting like they were already going to win the national championship before they even played a game. And then they won a couple games early in the season, and people were like, oh my gosh, this is the best football team ever. And then they got killed by Oregon. And then they lost the next week to USC. And so I just thought it was not fair how people were saying they were so great when they haven't really proven it. Now,
Well, Georgia's going to win the national championship again.
we'll see. Now,
They're 7-0.
if
That's
Colorado
the best
goes
record.
the rest of the season and wins, 9 or 10 games, that's incredibly
Bad.
successful. No. You know how many games they won last year?
How many?
1. So if they win 9 games this year, that would be amazing.
Who was their coach last year?
No clue, but he is fired. Very fired.
Was Sanders on the Colorado team last year?
No, he wasn't. He was on Jackson State, which is where Dion coached.
He's following his dad.
Exactly.
His dad wanted him on his team.
Yeah, and he's doing pretty good this season. He has tons of passing yards and touchdowns.
Yeah,
Anyways,
but
okay. So you got UCLA, I got Colorado, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Last pick is going to be the World Series.
No,
So-
it's not.
Yeah,
It's not the World Series.
this is the World Series.
That was the World Series.
The World Series is the Rangers versus the Diamondbacks.
Oh,
So
shoot.
here's what we're going to do. We're not picking one game. We're just picking, who's winning the World Series.
This is the World Series, the last game.
No, well, they play the best of 7. So whoever wins 4 games first, they win the World Series. So who do you got?
Ooh. I love both teams.
Who you got? So remember what I told you about the Diamondbacks?
I love plenty of people on the Diamondbacks, but I also like that Adolis Garcia, man. and
Adalis Garcia is hard to not like. He's awesome.
Corey Seager.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Thomas on the.
Mm-hmm.
I like Thomas on the.
Yeah, it's okay to like players on both
Diamondbacks,
teams. I'm just
and,
saying, who do you think will win the World Series?
I like Urias on the Diamondbacks. And I just like more players on the Diamondbacks, but this is just the hardest.
So the last time the Diamondbacks played in the World Series, you know when it was?
Loss.
No, do you know when the last time they played in the World Series was?
No.
2001. 22 years ago.
Oh, jeez.
And guess what team I was on in 2001?
Who?
The Diamondbacks.
Why were you on that team?
Remember how you were on the Red Sox last year? You just get put on a team.
You played on that team?
I was on the Diamondbacks when I was, how old was I? I would have been 7 years old, so I was almost your age. And I was on the Diamondbacks, and they played the Yankees in the 2001 World Series.
And the Yankees won.
And it went to Game 7, I believe. Let's look and see.
This is the hardest game for me.
Let's look and see. The 2001 World Series went to Game 7, and I was I loved the Diamondbacks because that's the team I was on, and Pop let me stay up until, I think the game ended at, midnight. Let's look and see if we can see when it ended. Hold on.
Will you let me do that in the World Series?
Sure. Okay, Game 7 started at 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, so that would be 7 o'clock Central Time. And the game says it was 4 hours and 20 minutes. So it was 11:30 when the game ended.
Dad, that's the longest game in history.
That's not true. But anyway, listen to my point. They won 3-2 and beat the Yankees in the World Series.
They beat them?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Luis Gonzalez hit a game-winning walk-off hit in the bottom of the ninth inning.
But Luis doesn't play anymore.
No, but he hit it off Mariano Rivera, who's the best saver or
I
closer
know.
in the history, and he hit it off of him to win the World Series. How cool is that?
How fast did he pitch it?
I don't know, probably pretty fast, but he had a lot of movement on his stuff. So anyways, all that to say, the Diamondbacks being in the World Series kind of brings back memories because the last time they were there, I was your age. How crazy is that?
Yeah, I was 22.
Can you imagine me being 7 or 8 years old?
Mm-hmm. You, would, look funny.
Okay. I would look like you, like a kid. Okay, so anyways, who you going with?
What, number one? I don't have blonde hair.
Diamondbacks or Rangers?
I just want to be on the same team as you are because you already have some great picks.
Let me ask you this first of all. Have you seen the Diamondbacks old jerseys?
Oh yeah,
The
they're
purple
awesome.
and green ones?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Do you like those better or do you like the red and black ones that they have now better?
Oh, I like the old ones.
Yeah, I think they should go back to the purple jerseys. They look so much better.
Yeah, maybe you should start booing them
Isn't
for that.
every team red and black? Every team is red and black.
Nope. The Braves aren't.
Yeah, but they're red and blue, which is almost red and black. Almost every team. Not almost every team, but it feels like red and black.
Yankees are not.
No, but red is the most common color in sports jerseys and teams. What did you do? Hit your eye on the microphone?
Yes, that hurt so bad.
Okay, who you picking?
I want to be on the same team as you are, so.
You have to pick first because I'm not letting you just copy me.
Oh,
What is your gut telling you?
Nothing. I'm just stuck.
Well, who do you think will win?
I don't know.
All right, how about this? We'll say our picks at the same time on 3.
All right.
So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and then say it, okay? You know what you're going to say?
No.
Well, decide.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Ready.
You got it?
Got it.
You know what you're going to say?
Uh-huh.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I knew you weren't going to say it. Are you going to say it? I'm not telling you my pick until you say yours.
Ready.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Rangers.
We both picked the Rangers.
Were you going to pick the Rangers?
Yes.
You just said which makes me think you were going to pick the Rangers, but you were waiting to see if I was going to pick them.
I said Rangers.
Okay, is that who you're going with?
Yep.
I think the Rangers are going to win.
Yeah, because
The Diamondbacks have a lot of momentum right now. Like, they're playing really well. They've beat some really good teams. They beat the Dodgers. They beat
Phillies?
the Phillies. I mean, they are playing really well right now.
but so are the Texans.
The Texans is an NFL team. The Texas Rangers, you mean? Anyways, I think the Rangers are just gonna like come out and dominate. Here's another good question.
Because they beat the Astros. They won the World Series last year.
How many games do you think it'll take for the Rangers to win the series?
100, 325.
There's only 7 games. It's between 4 and 7.
What if they tie all of them?
4, 5, 6, or 7. How many games do you think it'll take them to win?
7.
You think this is going to 7 games? You know, Game 7 is like the best thing in sports. Because, like, whoever wins, they win, you know? I think that this one is going to go to, I'll say 5 games. And I think the Rangers win it in 5. You think the Rangers win it in 7?
I think they lose 1.
You think they just lose 1?
Yeah.
So that means they're going to win it in 5 games.
Yes.
Because they'll win 4 and then lose 1 game, which means they won it in 5.
No, it's actually 6.
So you think they're going to lose 2 games?
Dad, it equals 6.
No, it doesn't. Look, if
7 minus 1 equals 6.
they don't have to win 7 games. They only have to win 4 games.
7 minus 1 equals 6.
I know 7 minus 1 equals 6, but what I'm saying is this. If they win 4 games, the series is over. They win the World Series. So that means if they win game 1, 2, 3, and 4, that's it. They only play 4 games. It's over.
Maybe they lose the first one and then
if they lose the first
completely come back.
If they lose the first one and then win 4 in a row, that means they would play 5 games and then it would be over. So how many games do you think they're playing?
4.
You think they're going to sweep them?
No. Wait.
You think they're going to win games 1, 2, 3, and 4?
No.
Okay, then they have to play more than 4 games. So how many do you think the Rangers are going to lose?
1.
So they're going to win in 5.
Yeah.
So they like lose the first one, then win 4 games in a row in game 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This podcast was long.
It has been pretty long. So I think it is actually a good time to wrap it up. So, yeah, it's been about 30 minutes, I think.
It's the longest
thanks
podcast.
for listening. Football and baseball. Citizens. So we talked a little bit about baseball.
I won my second trophy.
You did get a trophy. We already talked about that, so we're not going to get back into it. Okay. Jeez, our mics, I promise, we have trouble with these mics almost every time. Anyways, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy some football and some World Series baseball, and we will see you next time.
I have some calming wave spray.
Zane, say goodbye to everyone.
Goodbye, I have calming wave spray.
Zane, this podcast episode has been sponsored by Calming Wave Spray to make your room smell great. Have a great day.
We can't do sponsors because they didn't ask.
Okay, bye.
Oh my gosh, did you see that?
Oh, what a play!